Yo guys, welcome to this week's edition of the Skuff Weekly Skid, your action sports news and music roundup for the week. We've got a pretty surf heavy episode this week as we go down to Cronulla for stop 5 of the Colt Get Your Freaks Out tour. A couple of weeks ago, Luke Cheadle took out the Volcom VQS series down in Manly. Sticko's back with another scintillating DVD review of a heavy DVD called The Bodyboard Show. We catch up with Aussie breaks guru Nick Thayer, but right now we're going to get this puppy started with all the action from Teahupoo last week, where if you didn't know, wildcard Bruno Santos took out the Billabong Pro in Tahiti over Manoa Drole.
You finally got into the places that you should. Matrimony ate in all the matches that you could. Montana's import you chose just for your brain. Now even your last sentence is gone insane. You finally got into the places that you should. Matrimony ate in all the matches that you could. Montana's import you chose just for your brain. Now even your last sentence is gone insane. The mighty bright is mine that you rewind every time you feel the sound. Just of that kind, you're speeding up the race, heartbreaking all the place. Concern and you're amazed, you can't show your face. You're on it, on it, on it, on it, on it,
I can't believe I was dreaming with this day all my life.
Well, that's it from the Billabong Pro in Tahiti. Congratulations, Bruno Santos. Coming up next, stop 5 of the Colt Get Your Freaks Out tour.
You're in Cronulla. Colt Industries. Get your freaks out.
Hey, it's Powley from Colt, and we're at the 5th stop of the Get Your Freaks Out tour, and we're in Cronulla. We've got clubs from Allura, Cronulla and Gary board riders. We've got some fun, about 2-3 foot sort of waves. So Cronulla, get your freaks out.
And I'm 14. 12 years old. 15. Chris Robertson.
I reckon the biggest freak is Scotty Rubes and Dill Hannah. They surf good.
I'm Dylan Hanna, 22 years old from Cronulla, in Cronulla board riders. Who do you think's been the standout from today? No question, it's me.
Heaps hot chicks, like heaps of models. It's good.
How about me? No beach side.
We were talking earlier about getting a freak on, and well, 2 men rolling poly around the stand is quite freaky.
At Gary once I got tied up to a pole and egged
Yeah, I got extreme wedgies. My undies actually got ripped off.
Don't you wanna be so damn pretty? Don't you wanna be bright and shiny, dancing with the stars tonight?
Let's get the finals all up here.
Dylan Haler from Cronulla. I'm in Sharks Board Riders and I'm 18. I work at a surf shop and I go to TAFE and I want to hopefully make a career out of surfing. Final was super hard. Stalker and Joey and Dennis, all different clubs, and yeah, I was just super lucky just to pick a little right when we had two goofy footers in the heat and Joey was doing air reverses and going mental, and yeah, I was just lucky to get a left and then do a little air on the right, but yeah, I was stoked.
Well, that wraps up the Colt Get Your Freaks Out tour. Coming up next, we've got all the action from the finals of Vulcan's VQS tour in Manly.
Colt, thanks for coming to Cronulla. See you next year.
This is the grand final of the Australian inaugural VQS Volcom Qualifying Series competitions. Really friendly contest put on by the Vulcan guys. Lots of free stuff for the kids. All the champs from their local areas are here competing at Manly. Australian title. The winners of each division get to fly to Newport Beach, California and compete against all the other champs and be in the chance to win $100,000.
That means Tommy Salverson, mate, is into the final against Luke Cheadle. Tommy, well done, you skinny little rake.
That means our grand champion in the Opens, the Pro Series, Luke Cheadle.
Coming up next, you waited for it, Sticko's DVD review.
Hey, how's it going? We're back in the bay, beautiful Byron, checking out a few DVDs, and today, looking at the bodyboarding show. Yeah, it is as heavy as the cover. The cover's crook. Look at this 1 foot wave bodyboarder doing a cutty. Bodyboarders don't do cutties, so he's sticking his tongue out like a kook. It is the worst movie I've ever seen. I put it on and watched 20 minutes, threw the DVD away, hope I scratched it.
Welcome to the Bodyboard Show.
It's just about a bunch of bodyboarders talking it up.
Longest session, I surfed for about 7 hours.
A revolutionary look at bodyboarding, that's what they say. I don't know what they're on about, but yeah, your bodyboarding's fine, so I might love this stuff, so check it out. But I'm a surfer, not a bodyboarder, so I'm not a very good judge. Anyway, half a star.
Welcome everybody to the Bodyboarding Show. We're here today with Lee S, and we're in Prevelly, just having a quick chat to him about bodyboarding and what he's been up to. Lee, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, it's kind of cold here tonight, but it's a lovely night this evening.
Yo guys, well that's it for this week's edition of the Skuff Weekly Skid, thanks to Dirt Action Magazine. If you like what you've seen, go to skuff.tv and download the podcast. Otherwise, we'll catch you next week. But right now, taking us out, we're going to go up to Brizzy where we catch up with Aussie brakes guru Nick Thayer as he gives us the lowdown on the Aussie brake scene. Catch you next week.
G'day, my name's Ego, you're watching Skuff Muzik. We're going better than backstage, coming to you from the back lane, talking with Nick Thayer.
How you doing? Check my Microsoft tan. Hasty.
Who the hell is Nick Thayer?
I'm never quite sure. Some people say a bumbling businessman, others say, a Mackin millionaire. I prefer to see myself somewhere in the middle.
Who are some of the crew you've worked with in the last 12 months?
I've just done a remix for Stanton Warriors, which was a great thing to be able to do. Just done one for DJ Godfather, the Miami bass guy, which was also pretty awesome. As part of my radio show, Beats Electric on Triple R, I got to sit down with the Beastie Boys in their hotel room and talk to them about fighting aliens with guitars, which was an interesting interview to say the least. It has been wonderful the past 12 months especially. I've certainly got to meet and talk with a lot of people who are very formative in my musical upbringing. So there's still a few I'm trying to get hold of. I'm trying to lock down Freddie Mercury for an interview at the moment, but he's proving a bit elusive. A couple of years ago, I was signed to a record label that I'm not going to give any airtime to, but they were absolutely terrible. They ripped us off. I never got paid a cent by them, and we had a tune on a Toyota commercial, which you might have seen, Toyota Hilux.
It's still out there.
It's still getting played, and Bassclef and I did that track, and we never received a cent for it from the label, nothing. And so here's a tip, you kids: don't go into business with they suck.
How do you find the Australian brakes music scene?
I think it's great. It's a lot of people are talking about the death of this and the death of that. I think it's just beginning to rejuvenate itself, and the scene got quite self-involved, and so this whole, it's been a lot harder for a lot of breaks nights and that the past year or so. But I think that's just the people who are in it for a quick buck are now sort of beginning to leave, and the people who actually enjoy making the music and who got into it like along those lines are really beginning to sort of jump up. I've been playing a night at Revolver on Saturday nights, the Late Show. I've been playing there for 5 years now, and it's absolutely rammed week in, week out, and so I think the scene is in great shape. There's been a couple of surreal moments when I've been sort of out buying some groceries or something, and you get a text message from Crafty or from A-Skills, and they're like, I'm in, Poland, playing your record now to 2,000 ravers going nuts, and you're like, that's kind of weird, but pretty cool. It is a huge honour that they're playing my records over there and all around the world. But I play their records all the way over here, and I send them text messages. So hopefully they feel the same. I